In most oceanfront towns across the country generally have some type of homeless population for whatever reason. And one of the reasons JCOC started back in 1986 was to help address that issue. Initially, we started just as a feeding program. Some of the low economic areas here were able to utilize that dinner program. What the staff saw was that there were a lot of homeless people that they were feeding, and eventually we developed housing programs to begin to address that issue here at the oceanfront.
We have a lot of church partnerships. A lot of churches care about what we do, and they were the original ones back 28, 29 years ago. So it's the churches that are really solid partners because it's a mission that they do. We also have a lot of businesses who are recognizing the need in the community, so they're stepping up. There isn't just one, and that's what makes it really interesting.
I initially was a resident. I came to Virginia Beach in 2009, where I was assaulted when coming here. After some intense healing in hospitals, I found myself in a situation, was homeless. I came here. Within 3 months, I had a job. Within 4 months, I was out. Then I came back to give.
I was homeless until I came here. I have a shelter over my head. I feel like I'm loved. They don't have to hug me physically, but mentally and emotionally, that's how I feel like I'm loved here.
I was homeless. I had a substance abuse problem. I went through the CSB, and my discharge manager got me into this, signed me up for JCOC, and that's how I ended up here.
My name is Hans Peter Herzog. I was incarcerated. I'm a veteran, but I was also incarcerated for 7 years in prison. My crime was attempted murder. I was protecting my sister from her abusive husband at the time. So basically I ended up at JCOC because I was a veteran. And there's a storm, there's a shield.
I was homeless and ended up in jail. And once I was in jail, I've been struggling with mental health, ended up hitting a police officer and ended up being in jail. But I got services in jail and they hooked me up with JCOC.
I was on the streets and I came here and they took me in and treated me very well. I stayed, I was here about maybe 2 months. And they have this program called Rapid Rehousing. And I got in the program. And once I got in the program, I was working and doing everything I was supposed to do. And through that program, that's how I got housing.
My name is Manuel Morera. I've been in JCOC, involved with them for the past 3 years. I didn't have anywhere to go years ago, and I attended the shelter. This facility here was built from JCOC along with other individuals that helped out fund the place, and this is where I'm at now.
My name is James Peck, and my involvement with the JCOC started back in June of 2011. And my case manager at the time, I can't remember her name, told me about this facility here, got me into it, which literally saved my life. On the street, I never would have made it. So they got me off the street and now I'm safe.
You know that individual lives are being changed, and it's usually not one life. It's not just the person, but it might be the person and the children, or the person and the parents, or the brothers and sisters.
And our goal here is not only to help you get out of homelessness, but so you stay out of homelessness.
We facilitate 365 days a year. We do not turn anyone away. If they are hungry, they are fed. We run a pantry program that averages about 50 individuals each day, in which case they can come in and shop, take the food that they need to carry out their day, as well as the family box program, in which we assist families who are having a hard time choosing between food or rent. We give them the food to sustain them so they can remain in their home. They eat 3 square meals a day. That's not an issue. The issue is getting them out and getting them used to the real life world, getting them acclimated to said world.
They go to the extra length to help you. They're very good-hearted, kind-hearted people. If you have any personal problems, they're very understanding. Not to the point of being taken advantage of, but they really kind of keep an eye and make sure that you're still progressing.
When I first came in here, it was a year program that we were allowed to stay there, but we had to do volunteer work within the premises. I was content. I helped out. Then they brought me to here. It's here for me and for others, and I plan on building another place like this across the lawn over there. So that'll be great. There's a lot of people in need.
It isn't about just feeding anybody anymore, and it's not just about housing people. It's about having them live independently and have them understand that they have gifts and talents and to become everything that God wants them to be.
I'm excited when we talk about the future. I mean, there's plans to rebuild. There's kind of going to be a rebirth as well, if you will. I see more success stories, more people coming in and getting help and getting back on their feet and getting those second and third and fourth chances. And I see expansion. I see us expanding into other cities. So it's exciting. I have no clue what it looks like or when it's going to come, but it's coming. I feel it. I hope this video does two things. It speaks to those that are in need, that are in similar situations where they need help, they need housing, or they need food, or they need a second chance, but also for those that have the ability to give, whether financially or through prayer or through coming to volunteer, that it would tug on their heartstrings and that they'd come and they'd give of their time or their resources. We do what we say we're going to do, and we've been doing it for almost 30 years now.
If I could explain JCOC in one word, it would be compassion.
Transformation.
Happiness.
Salvation.
Heavenly.
Blessing.
Beneficial.
Beautiful. Love. Love.
Hope.
Hope. If I could explain JCOC in one word, it would be hope.